Without knowledge action is useless, and knowledge without action is futile. Cursed is the man who dies, but the evil done by him survives. Knowledge is the life of the mind. Follow the way of life, which the holy prophet has shown you, for verily that is the right path. It is a matter of shame that in the morning the birds should be awake earlier than you. Pride in the case of a rich man is bad, but pride in the case of a poor man is worse. Death is the easiest of all things after it, and the hardest of all things before it. He who avoids complaint invites happiness. If an ignorant person is attracted by the things of the world, that is bad. But if a learned person is thus attracted, it is worse. Do not deceive or be faithless even with your enemy. Maybe a thing that you do not like is really in your interest. It is possible that a thing that you may desire may be against your interest. Run away from greatness, and greatness will follow you. The true believer is rewarded in everything, even in affliction. When knowledge is limited, it leads to folly. When knowledge exceeds a certain limit, it leads to exploitation. Use the same measure for selling that you use for purchasing. If anybody seeks your advice, offer right and sincere advice. Allah will help him who moves in the way of Allah. The greatest truth is honesty, and the greatest falsehood is dishonesty. If you expect the blessings of God, be kind to His people. Good actions are a guard against the blows of adversity. Do not look down upon any Muslim, for even the most inferior believer is great in the eyes of God. There is greatness in the fear of God, contentment in faith of God, and honor in humility. Our abode in this world is transitory, our life therein is but alone, our breaths are numbered and our indolence is manifest. There is no harm in patience, and no profit in lamentation. Death is easier to bear than that which precedes it, and more severe than that which comes after it. Remember the death of the Apostle of God, and your sorrow will be lessened. Intentions count in your actions. If you want to control other people, first control yourself. Piety is the most solid goodness, and the vilest of what is evil is vice. In the matter of justice, all should be equal in your eyes. When you advise any person, you should be guided by the fear of God. He who indulges in falsehood will find the paths of paradise shut to him. Jihad is obligatory for the Muslims. Youth is not restored by the dyeing of your hair. He who aspires to paradise should learn to deal with people with kindness. He who fears to weep should learn to be kind to those who weep. He who becomes a Muslim does so in his own interest. Be good to others, that will protect you against evil. When you seek advice, do not withhold any facts from the person whose advice you seek. The more knowledge you have, the greater will be your fear of Allah. O man, you are busy working for the world, and the world is busy trying to turn you out. Solitude is better than the society of evil persons. Do not follow vain desires, for verily he who prospers is preserved from lust, greed, and anger. I have been given the authority over you, and I am not the best of you. If I do well, help me, and if I do wrong, set me right. Sincere regard for truth. To fight against the infidels is jihad, but to fight against your evil self is greater jihad. He who builds a masjid in the way of Allah, God will build a house for him in the paradise. He who prays 5 times a day is in the protection of God, and he who is protected by God cannot be harmed by anyone. Have an earnestness for death and you will have life. The people who abandon jihad fall a victim to humility and degradation. God blesses him who helps his brother. God helps those who fear him. He who is not impressed by sound advice, lacks faith. You should not quarrel with your neighbor, for he will remain where he is, but your high-handedness will become the talk of the people. Muslims should live like brothers. Every day, nay every moment, try to do some good deed. It is bad for a young man to sin, but it is worse for an old man to sin. Do not get elated at any victory, for all such victory is subject to the will of God.